Ranaya with Yummy Life with Irene, back again with a very, very interesting video. And guys, today it's a bit late. We had gone for my friend's wedding and we have just come back. We took lunch quite late at around almost 4:35ish. Today's recipe is determined also by how late we took lunch. So this recipe for today, if maybe you had taken a late lunch and you're still full but you still need something small to fill up so that you can be able to sleep, this is it. And guys, this recipe, it's so good for when it's really cold. You know, when you want to get cozy and warm in the house, you have a fire burning, or a heater on, and you're wondering what makes you feel tinglish and nice and warm. This dish. So guys, without much ado, today's recipe is butternut soup and croutons. So guys, here are the ingredients of the day. So my people, here in a saucepan, we have like 50 grams of melted butter. Then we have a full block of 400 grams of white bread that you're going to make croutons with. We have a bunch of dhania. We have 5 cloves of garlic, 1 big onion diced. We have like 2 kilos of butternut squash that is diced, cleaned and washed. We also have 1 stem of leek onion. Then on our spices, you're going to use black pepper. We're going to use nutmeg, some olive oil, some milk, like the ml of milk. Then we have coconut in powder form, or you can even use coconut milk or coconut cream. Then we also have beef cubes that you're going to use to season our soup. So my people, let us do this. So guys, in a saucepan, I have to put like 5 tablespoons. This is a lot of soup. Five tablespoons of olive oil. And my pan was on fire, so the oil has already heated up. So to our oil, we are going to put our onion. Then you're going to put a full teaspoon of salt. Remember, I've told you this. When you put salt in onion, it makes the water evaporate quite fast and your onion cook quite fast. So as our onion is heating up, I want to show you how I cut my leek and how I clean it, because leek is quite tricky. So you take your leek. I've definitely removed the outer layer, but I haven't cut the core. So all you do is you get a very sharp knife and you stand your leek like this and you drive your sharp knife down. You pierce through, driving it down. So continue doing the same, just driving it through. Don't worry if some fall in the sink, no problem. Just make sure where you see it's quite big, like there. So here is the trick. Once you open up the leek like this, you can see that it has a lot of dirt inside, and all this dirt, if we cut it, would have eaten it. So we just wash our leek. So this way it cleans very, very well, and you make sure that there is no dirt. You check it out. You see, the leek is totally clean, even inside. So we rinse this. And now it's ready to be cut. So here is our leek. What I do is I cut it in reverse, like that. Then I leave this here and I turn it again so that now I can be able to cut all of it together. Get everything. And we need very small cubes. I'm looking to golden brown my onion. So I'm stirring. Then we cut our leek. Leek is very good for soups. And I prefer using leek because it gives me a better taste than using celery. As much as celery is healthy, I love leek. It's just my preference, but if you love celery, you can do a full stem of celery. So there goes. Our leek is ready. You just put it on top of our butternut. So our onion is golden brown. And we want to put our 2 cloves of garlic. Immediately you put the garlic, you stir it. And we are not burning our garlic. So immediately we put our leek onion and our butternut. We stir this because we don't want the onion to continue burning. So once we put the butternut, now we start spicing it up. So we are going to add a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. We are going to grind our fresh black pepper, half a teaspoon. That's okay. So we cook down our spice. I love the smell of the garlic and the leek. So we cover this to cook down a bit for like 3 minutes. So we're going to take up 500 ml of boiling water. And you're going to put 2 heaped tablespoons of coconut powder. This one will give you coconut cream when you use it. So it's equivalent of coconut cream. I want to put my beef cube here because it will help the cube to break down. I scrape. So you mix it, and we go back to our butternut now. So we check on our butternut now. It's cooking down very well, and I love the aromas from my pot. So we are going to add our coconut cream and the beef cube. We're going to add our 300 ml of milk. And we give this 5 minutes to come to a full boil. So my people, I forgot and I covered my pot. And because of the milk and the coconut, it's spilled, but it's okay. So our butternut soup is doing very, very well. It's just like 2 minutes to get ready. I just want it to be very, very well cooked. And to this, I'm going to add 3/4 of my coriander, and I'm going to put the stemmy side and leave the leafy side to garnish. Usually don't cook down coriander, but I want this to cook down. As that is cooking, let me show you our croutons. Let's start preparing for the croutons. So this is our 50 ml of butter, and I'm going to add like 30 ml of olive oil. Now to this, we are going to put 3 cloves of garlic, crushed garlic. Then to this, you're going to add a teaspoon of black pepper, because the bread is quite big. Then you're going to do half a teaspoon of salt. You stir this together so that everything comes together. I think because I'm running a marathon right now, I got very dehydrated, so welcome some juice. So we keep that aside, and now we work on our bread. So I'm going to get my big saucepan, and we are going to cut slices of like 1 inch, and usually get a block bread. For croutons, I usually get a block bread. So we take our slices, and we cut them into inch cubes. Put them in our pan. I like making my videos very easy so that everybody who's following my recipes and they want to cook, they can. So if you have an oven, you can cut your croutons, mix everything, and put it on a baking tray. You preheat your oven for about 5 minutes. And after that, you put your croutons for 8 to 10 minutes on gas mark number on 200 degrees Celsius, and they are going to crisp up and get very brown. So let me finish cutting my croutons. So my people, I've cut my whole bread and I've put my pan on medium high. I want to make them in the pan because I want to make my videos very easy so that everybody can be able to do them. But you can still do the same thing. Mix everything, coat your croutons, and so immediately you put your croutons, you start turning them using a flat spatula because you want all the bread to coat. And because of the butter, they are going to brown very fast. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to keep turning this. As in, you see, in minutes, they started turning brown. I want us to make our croutons so that they can be cooling down as we blend our soup. Because immediately we blend, it's going to be ready for having dinner. Don't walk away from your croutons. Just make sure that you're turning because you don't want them to burn. And you know garlic, when it burns, it tastes really bad. I can't resist to taste this one. Really yummy. So you don't have an excuse to say, hey, I can't make croutons, I don't have an oven. No, not everybody has an oven. And they still cook good food. So no excuses, my people. Teaching you to be good in the kitchen. So I like our croutons and they are done. So you see how fast they get on the pan. We switch off. And I will still turn them a bit because the pan was hot. So now let us go and blend our soup. My soup has cooled down. I don't like blending very, very hot things. So we put this aside. Put our blender. If you have an emulsion blender, you can use it. You see the color of the butternut and the aromas. Oh my. So we're going to blend it in 2 batches. So that's okay. So you go to the blender. Then you're going to remove your feeder, you know, and leave it open. When you're blending hot stuff, you have to let the blender ventilate. So my people, because you have opened the blender, I usually take a serviette and cover here because it will burn me. And you just start blending your dough. You let it vent a bit. And we want our soup very, very smooth. So our soup is done. So I'm going to put it in my soup saucepan here. And I want you to see how smooth it is. You see, guys, it is not runny. It is very, very smooth. The OCD in me. So we cover our soup.
Simplicity is too hot.
People, I've had so many of you ask me what kind of a blender that I use. You people love my blender when I was making the peanut butter. So I'll ask my camera lady to show you the brand. It's called Solstar Mega Mix. And I bought it at, it's old. I bought it at Nakumat Mega, the one on Helsilasi Road. So now it's finished, but I think you can get it at Carrefour or even Naivas. So check it out. It's called Solstar Mega Mix. Okay, guys, our dinner is ready. And this is how I usually serve my soups. So you can use a soup cup. You can also use, if you don't have a soup cup, you can also use a bowl. So I also have these big mugs I bought for soup, and these ones, they come in different colors. So let's have our soup. You see how thick it is? Like that. My soup is quite hot. We're going to garnish our soup. We start with the one that is in the saucepan, because this one will just go on the low burner, the smallest burner on low, so that anybody who wants to add some soup can add. So you just garnish it. So guys, let me serve the croutons. You hear how crispy they have gotten? So that's enough. We serve our soup on the side, and we put a soup spoon like that. So guys, our dinner is ready. So let me put this one. As I'm finishing, my kids can be eating. So my people, here is our dinner. Some butternut soup with garlic croutons. So guys, here is our dinner. Butternut soup with garlic croutons. So let us do tasting. Mm. That soup is rich. It has a very, very good body because we cooked our onions. And again, the taste of the leek onion, superb. It's just bursting in my mouth. And the croutons, the garlic. So my people, let me go have dinner. And thank you for being with me. A kind request to support my channel. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll make sure always that I'm going to reply to your comments. And my people, bye. See you in my next video.